All right, guys, so let's get to it. I have applied a very just minimal amount of foundation, and I went ahead and did my eyebrows just because I want to focus on eyeshadows today. So today I'm just doing a very simple, easy to use technique that you can really just use for any kind of very minimal day-to-day eyeshadow. I'm going to be working out of my double decker. I'm sorry, my hair was on it. And I've just kind of got some eyeshadows on my second layer here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set my eyelids. So typically I would tell you to go ahead and prime your eyelids. I actually use my foundation for that. I feel like it works really well, which is creating a blank canvas for that. So I did apply that a few minutes ago and I did not set it. So I'm just going to push everything back down where it's supposed to be. Okay, and then I'm going to take just a little bit of loose powder. I like to use the Airspine just regular original loose face powder, and then I'm going to use this brush. It's from Real Techniques and it's a deluxe crease brush, but this thing is huge. I would not use it in my crease, so I love to use it just to apply that setting powder onto my eyelids. So I'm just dabbing that into my powder. You can see that here, and I'm just going to pat that onto my eyelids to set that foundation so that when I come in with my eyeshadows, there's not any dragging or creasing. That's all going to be set in place. So I'm going to use that for both eyes. Got a little bit on my eyebrow, but that's okay. I'll just go ahead and stamp those bad boys down. Having a good brow day, thankfully. Okay, so now that I've got that part out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this brush right here. This is an eyeshadow everything brush from Mascara Beauty. It's one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. I use it every single day. You have a beautiful, nice, fluffy end here, and then a dense, pointy end here for more detailed work. So I'm going to start out with this brush. We're going to start out with the fluffy side of this brush, and I'm going to go into one of my favorite colors, and I'll pull it out so you guys can see it. Let me pull it out. I'm trying to not stick my fingernail in it. My fingernails have gotten quite long, so I don't want to like stab it. So this is the color Oak. It's a very beautiful matte brown. It's more on the cooler side. Right now I'm loving cooler browns. I feel like they work beautifully with my skin tone. So I'm going to set that color right there. And I'm just going to go into that color with this brush. I'm just going to tap into it to load it up. Okay? Very, very simple. Let's see if I can show you what I'm doing. Just tapping that in. And I'm going to tap off any excess. Load it up a little bit. All right, so we're going to start in the crease here. And we're going to do a wiggle motion to really apply that color right into the crease. And you can also swirl. That's going to load the color in there. And I'm going to go back and forth in the crease. Okay? Now, to get a beautiful, well-blended eyeshadow, you're going to put your hand all the way towards the back of the barrel. And you're going to start kind of swirling and start moving up and doing some windshield wiper motions just to kind of get everything nice and blended up towards the arch of your eyebrow. So if you have hooded eyes, you can do this as well. I'm going to grab just a little bit more, starting in the crease and working up. You see how that's already adding a beautiful dimension to my eye. Now, if I'm not talking to you, I can do this very quickly. But this is one of my favorite eyeshadow techniques. We're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna start in the crease. Wiggle first, kind of swirl, and then we're gonna go back and forth. And then we're gonna start working that upwards. I do kind of struggle on my left eye with getting the same blend just because it's just not natural for me to have my hand in that direction. So I'm going to kind of bring that, make sure that's all the way over. Kind of making sure that's blended out beautifully, right? So I'm going to make sure you stamp that one more time and get that crease really well. Concentrate the color in the crease and then make sure it is nicely blended upwards, okay? So now I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to switch my brush and I'm going to grab this brush right here. This is the blend and tap. You're going to have this flatter end on this side and then a very concentrated, almost pointy end on this side. I'm going to start with the flat side and I'm going to go into this color right here. I'm going to pull it out so you guys can kind of get a better look at it. This is a matte pink. I had something on my finger. It's the color Mama. It's one of my favorite colors. And I'm just going to take this brush in sideways and I'm going to pick up just a little bit of that eyeshadow. Okay. And I'm going to tap this on to the main part of my eyelid. Now I have green eyes, so pinks and reds and warm colors really bring out the color in my eyes. And I have cool toned skin, so a lot of times I can kind of go between more of a warm eyeshadow color, or right now I'm doing cool tones, but still bringing in the warmth of the pink to allow the brightness of my eyes to really pop, okay? So now that I've done that, I feel like it was pretty simple, right? I'm going to switch back to my eyeshadow everything brush and I'm going to go into a much richer brown. This one is Cocoa. It is one of my new favorites. As you can see, it's very rich, very pigmented brown, and I stuck my thumb in it. I'm just going to take the detail end of the eyeshadow everything brush and I'm going to pick up a very small amount of this Cocoa and I'm going to apply that right on the outer V, and I'm literally going to make a V in my eye. Now it looks really weird right now, okay? Hang tight, hold on, okay? We're not done yet. This is a process. So the reason that I'm doing this is I am creating dimension on the outside of my eyes. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip this brush and use the fluffy end to blend everything, okay? And just kind of watch what I'm doing here, and I'll explain more about why I do the outer V. Okay, just blending all of that together. You see how beautiful that is? Once again, go on this side very lightly. I did not pick up any eyeshadow on this brush. I'm going to lightly kind of just stroke that to the outside of my eye, marrying Mama and Cocoa together. Okay, and then we're going to just swirl so that creates dimension on the outside of that. Okay, so the reason that I do that is because this is going to bring more of a depth to the outside of my eyes, which will in turn make them look larger and more wide set, so that helps them to appear more beautiful, basically. In the beauty world, you know, most of the time they say that wide set eyes are the most gorgeous eyes. So we're trying to mimic that with eyeshadow and creating that depth. And what I'm gonna do is, what tiny bit of eyeshadow I have left, I am going to apply to the bottom lashes, but only on the outside of the color of my eye. So what this does is to help accentuate that even further and make them more dimensional and create that wider eye look effect. And you can go in and kind of blend everything in just a little bit more. Okay, so this is typically what I do every single day for my eyeshadow. Now, if I want to keep it more simple, I will eliminate that outside shadow and just leave it as is with just the Mama and just the Oak. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to kind of touch up right here. Now, if you went a little bit too far out with your eyeshadow, that is no worry. What you can do is you can grab like a detail hack brush, one with a small pointed end, and then grab your brightening shade, and you can go up underneath that and just straighten it up, okay? So I'm just straightening that up a little bit. Same thing on this side. I went a little far out with this one. Take the tiniest amount of your brightening foundation and just straighten that up, okay? And I needed to apply a little bit more anyways. So, no worries. I went very, very light on my makeup application today. Do a little bit right there so I can clean it out. Okay. And then I just take my perfector sponge and blend that so it's not a straight line. Ta-da! Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just apply some mascara. So when I do minimal eyelash or eyeshadow, God, I can't talk today. When I do minimal eyeshadow, I typically kind of go a little bit large on the eyelashes. I don't know why. So today I'm just going to prime my eyelashes. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise Base Coat from L'Oreal Paris. Sorry. So I'm just going to apply a small amount of this. Do you see that? Good. Sorry, my nose itches. Ugh. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get the regular Lash Paradise. I don't like this mascara by itself, but with the base, I think it works really well. So let's apply. So with mascara, I do the top. I go down. So it adds a little bit of more volume, and then I wiggle and push up. For a drugstore mascara, this one is really not bad, and it's super affordable. I do feel like I have to be a little careful with it because it can get clumpy quick, but overall, it's not bad. And then we're gonna apply just a little bit to that outer part of my eyelashes. Okay? See? So I feel like with mascara, it's the one thing that I actually have to take my time on, because if I get in a hurry, I get it everywhere. So anyways, that's what I do for just a very basic eyeshadow. You don't have to go as dark as I did. You can totally do lighter colors. Like I have this color here. Yeah, it's this one. If I can get a hold of it. This is basic. It's much lighter. It's much lighter than Oak. I'll kind of show the two side by side. But I feel like I like a little bit of a dramatic eye. So this one is basic and this one is Oak. So you could actually just do these two if you wanted to. It's really up to you. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if it brought value to your life, just give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so that you get notified when I do some more videos, because I'm going to be doing many more techniques and keeping you guys updated on how we are doing now that we are in quarantine and we have all the things going on now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this helps. Bye.